Canelo Alvarez has a number of fighters lining up to fight him next, and Canelo has responded to Jaime Munguia's call-out. Jaime Munguia has a big fight with John Ryder coming up on January 27th, and he already thinks that he has a solid plan to beat him. Jaime stated, "We're very happy with Freddie in our corner. I feel like he's going to be a big factor in winning this fight. I began to train with Freddie Roach because he is an excellent trainer, and he has an incredible roster of current and former world champions he's worked with on an international level. It was a great decision to integrate our teams together. I feel very good right now. I feel very strong, and I feel like this has been one of the best training camps I've had." Jaime believes that this fight with John Ryder is the perfect practice for a fight with Canelo Alvarez, since John has been in the ring with Canelo before. Jaime stated, 2024 is my year. Honestly, I'm not taking Ryder lightly. Ryder has all of my respect. Yes, I see a difficult fight. At this level, every fight is difficult. The guy went the distance with Canelo Alvarez and beat Daniel Jacobs. Of course, it's a difficult fight, but I believe in my training. I believe we can get it done and beat this guy. I can assure it's going to be a great fight. In every fight, there's a risk. I think Ryder is a very strong fighter, and of course, we're taking a risk, but I don't doubt that I'm going to win this fight. John Ryder feels prepared for Jaime though, as he believes his fight with Liam Smith was his best fight yet.
He's fought with 42-0, and he's not put a foot wrong, but he's not really fought a true super middleweight as of yet. His best win would have been against Liam Smith in my eyes, and I don't know what Liam Smith that was that night, because we've seen him in recent times be a completely different fighter, so I don't know if he was a bit fed up with the sport at the time, but listen, you still got to get the win, you still got to go in there and do the job, and he did it. So Liam Smith is a great fighter, so for me that's his standout win.
John Ryder knows that Jaime has to beat him to get his shot at Canelo, but he plans on showing him just how hard it is to be in the ring with someone like Canelo. John stated, "I want to continue operating at this level against big-name operators. This is perfect for me. If I'd had a list of 5 names, he would have been top or thereabouts. He needs to beat me to guarantee himself a shot at Canelo, and I need to beat him to keep going, to keep my dreams alive. He's gonna be tough. He doesn't know how to lose yet, and I've got to go there and stick it to him. I've got to show him the levels as such. Show him what it's like to be in there with Canelo and use all this knowledge I've gained, all this frustration I've gained through the years of close fights not going my way. I've got to go in there and leave it all in the ring." John Ryder doesn't want to be Jaime's stepping stone to Canelo though.
He is obviously coming to use me as a stepping stone. I've got other plans. I want to make a statement, and listen, I want to get my career back to the heights it needs to be, starting with Jaime Munguia. So go in there, but make a statement, and hopefully get a rematch with Canelo.
John wants to make sure that they get a fair shot with the judges, but he's prepared to make a statement as well. John stated, "That's all we can ask for, a fair shot with the judges. I think we saw it in the Munguia-Derevyanchenko fight. It came down to the last round. I think the judging and scorecards were spot on. I don't want to go in there having to depend on a knockout, because it's going to cloud my judgment, cloud the way I fight, and make everything harder and a bit. I want to go in there relaxed and put on a show and be judged fairly." John Ryder was able to do enough against Canelo that Canelo shared respect with him after their fight.
Yeah, I know in the second round at the end of the round, right?
Yeah, last shot as well.
Yeah, I feel it. You're tough, you're very strong.
Thank you.
It's glad to share the ring with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jaime isn't the only boxer trying to make a name for himself by facing Canelo Alvarez though, as Christian Mbili has also called him out. Christian stated, "That is what I hope. That's my goal. That's my big goal. I hope to have a fight with Canelo very soon. I think I would win because Canelo never fought a boxer like me. I put a lot of pressure on you. I have a lot of punch and I can box too. I think when I fight Canelo, give me like 3 months with my trainer Mark Ramsey and we're gonna put together some strategy to beat Canelo. I think I have all I need to be a world champion, to be the best of the division. Christian seems ready for everybody though, as he's calling out Jaime and John, and he stated, "I'm ready for everyone. Munguia, John Ryder, I'm ready. I'm gonna train. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna wait for my time. I'm ready for everybody." On top of that, Edgar Berlanga also put his name out there as a possible opponent for Canelo later this year, and he stated, "I have not given up on a fight against Canelo. It doesn't matter that he's with PBC because it's stipulated in my contract that I can fight with an opponent signed with another promoter. I know that if I win in February, it could happen later on. Canelo has dates in May and September, so we'll see if it can happen in September." Freddie Roach definitely believes in Jaime to get the job done against John Ryder, and he sees him being able to do what Canelo couldn't.
At this point?
I've watched him and I studied a lot of tapes and he's a good fighter, yes, but he's not a complete fighter like my fighter. I think that we will knock him out inside of 8 rounds.
So saying that, Canelo couldn't knock him out, right? So what is it that you see that, Jaime could do differently than Canelo to get Ryder out of there?
His head movement, his combinations, his footwork. I mean, we're putting everything together. I mean, we're just not like going with one thing and going that way. We're more of a complete fighter now.
Oscar de la Hoya definitely wants to see Canelo fight Munguia, and he thinks that it would be a historic showdown. Oscar stated, "Imagine 2 Mexicans inside the ring at the highest level. We haven't seen that since Barrera Morales. We haven't seen that since Israel Vasquez and Rafael Marquez. I would love to be a part of history. I would love Canelo to be a part of that history and Munguia, and give the fight fans an amazing show because it's going to be a war, especially when it's in that ring right there." According to Munguia, he hasn't actually called Canelo out personally, but he has been open to talks from Canelo's team recently. Jaime stated, "We started conversations. They called us. For me, it would be a real honor to be in the ring with Canelo if that's possible. I've never called him out or disrespected him. I want my position by fighting in the ring. And of course, we like the fight, but we're not calling him out. I'm proving that I am deserving to be in the ring with anyone at 168 pounds. While looking for his most challenging fight, Canelo talked about the challenges that Artur Beterbiev and David Benavidez bring to the ring, and he placed Beterbiev higher on his threat list.
Beterbiev and Benavidez, who do you think is the biggest challenge for you?
Oh, Beterbiev.
Beterbiev?
Yeah,
Why is that?
of course. Because he's a champion. He has something to offer me. He's strong. He's in another way. He's a lot of things. A lot of things.
According to Canelo, he's still the king of boxing and doesn't plan on fighting anyone who isn't already on his radar. Canelo stated, "A lot of things can be said, but in the end, at this moment, I am the king and I can do whatever I want. My dates are May and September. I hope to fight in May and September. On Monday, I'm going to have a meeting to see what's next." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.